Happy Friday, everybody. It's Diane, Lucky Gardenia, Dashboard Confessional. I guess that really is appropriate for today because this is take not sure how many, but did a whole really good video sitting in a parking lot after I had dropped something off at the UPS store. Had pretty good lighting. Thought it was really pretty good video, and I was waiting in CVS. That was my second errand I had to run during lunch, and thought I'd listen and see what the quality was, and all you could hear was the background of the air conditioning. I'm in Texas, and I don't know, people are from all over the world, but we are having a severe heat wave. And yesterday at 6 o'clock at night, I got in my car and it was like 112. And when I got in the car just a little bit ago, it was 107. Now it's like 110. And so I had the air conditioner on and couldn't improve the quality. So this is going to be a really short one. Like I said, I took a lunch break to run something back over to UPS, and just thought I'd drop in and do a quick little touch base with you since I haven't been on in a while. I guess this would be Flosstube video number 12, and it's going to be a shorty, but I just thought I'd check in, say hi, let you know kind of what at least I've been up to today. Haven't been in too much trouble, but you know me, if you've watched any of my videos, that I'm kind of a all-in kind of person. And I'm kind of the person that wants all the things when I get a new interest. But I'll take you a little background on how I got to where I got to today, returning something to Amazon. And I'll make it pretty quick. I will do a actual Flosstube video in my normal setting, hopefully with better lighting than it was last time. I made the poor choice of trying to look patriotic and putting up something I had made, an art piece of American flag with little images of women of the West, or the Wild Wild West on there. And I thought it was really cool, but it really threw off the lighting and I look like mellow yellow. So if you got through that video, I think you deserve a Lucky Gardenia badge for making it through that. I think that would have been, I mean, you get extra points. And those that commented, because they actually did watch it, thank you. I've gotten some of the most kind comments that have just touched my heart, and if you watch the videos, you know I'm just a mush. It's kind of squirreling, but I'm as mushy as they come. I'm a crybaby. I was going to find something on Yahoo and saw that yesterday the Olympic figure skater bronze medalist had been murdered. I think apparently two guys were trying to steal the mirrors off his car, and there was some type of altercation, and they stabbed him. And he is gone. That talent, that young man is gone. And you know, I saw it and I just started crying, and it's just heartbreaking. I talked about Emily, the dear girl in the UK that shared her struggle with terminal cancer, that it still breaks me up today. And I've never met these people, but with today's technology, you do feel like you get to know somebody. And so going back to the comments, I really appreciate the such sweet comments. The ones that come to mind, Southern Stitcher said that, you know, gee, this is like a late night talk show with pictures. And I got to thinking, I thought, you know, it is kind of like a radio show. I'm kind of sitting here talking to myself. Although you can see me talking to myself, but that's virtually, it's a one-way conversation. And I don't have any callers calling in. So, only the request in my comments. So, I'm like, I never thought about it, but it really is. so welcome to my show. Anyway, I did change the name of the channel. I just added on Dashboard Confessional, and I had that as a blog title years ago, and that was when I was going by Lucky Begonia, and I changed that to Lucky Gardenia in memorial for my mom. She loved gardenias, and she's passed away several years ago. So I got to thinking, you know, Lucky Gardenia just does not really get the essence across of what my videos are, and I am very cross-stitch related, but I think you've come to realize it's kind of just a life blog too. I kind of share the good and the bad and the ugly, and that comes from laughing to cracking myself up because I stumble over a word and I do not edit. So you get the unpolished version of me, so you kind of know what it would be like to hang out with me. But anyway, so that just touched my heart. And then she was asking, when are your daughters coming on? And actually talked to my youngest daughter, Jennifer, and I called her about something else. She's like, Mom, when are we going to schedule it for me to come on your channel? And I'm like, she really wants to do it. And so I just need to firm up a date with my older daughter. I think we're going to do it at her house. There will most likely be adult beverages involved. Now my kids are way above age. They're in their early 30s, early to mid 30s, so no underage drinking, and I just think it'll be a lot of fun. I crack myself up, they crack themselves up, and they crack me up. So hopefully you would enjoy at least getting to meet them. And of course you can see pictures of them on my Facebook and Instagram. And so it's going to be delightful. I can't wait for them to do it. And wouldn't it be wonderful if they got inspired to do some stitchy stuff? I mean, wow. Maybe y'all can help me entice them to come back on, and maybe just trick them into liking this stuff. I need to get some quilters out of them too. I need a 6th generation quilter out of one of my daughters. I have not given up hope. Anyway, let me go back to why I got out of my house to actually take a lunch today and take something back. And it was from UPS. I am a heavy-duty Prime user, and I make sure I make use of that membership, not only watching the videos, but I do buy a lot of things off of Amazon. And it's not just stitchy related. It's my shampoo for keeping the brassiness out of my hair, to the supplements for Birdie to keep her liver well, my activated B12 with folic acid that I take, just different things. So it is quite a blessing to have that. And who knew? I got this package, and I think y'all know, if you've watched any one of my videos, I've probably said it multiple times, but I'm kind of gotta have all the things. I get a inkling that I want to learn how to do something, i.e. I wanted to learn how to knit. For one, I thought it was really cool to be a knitter. I mean, sit around, and it was kind of the end thing to do. Plus, I thought, you look at a sock and you think, how in the freaking way do you make a sock? So I took a sock knitting class, and I did make a pair of socks. I actually knitted a pair that were wearable. And this was when I was going out to the self-care barn with Gracie, and it got really cold. And these were really thick wool. So they weren't pretty, but they were warm. And I learned how socks are made. And I think the only way I could continue being a knitter is if I had someone in the household that could fix all my mistakes. Because you drop a stitch, it runs. They have all these videos on how to fix it, and this girl can't fix it. So I'm not really patient with redoing something that I've already gotten so far on and can't figure out where I am in the pattern. So, but I did learn how it was made, and that's maybe how my brain works. But I've been watching some little video clips, and it's been 2 people that have kind of sparked this interest. And my friend Karen from junior high and high school, her daughter Celeste travels the world, and she has an Instagram channel called Embracing Celeste, and also a Facebook page, and she's a life coach. But I went back and I was kind of catching up with her. I think she's in Peru. She goes to exotic places. She's the bravest young lady I've ever seen, and it would scare me to death to travel on my own. But she faces her fear. She's had some horrible incidences that have happened to her on her travels, and one was in the Amazon. They got deserted by their guide, and I think they were out there for 3 days. So she actually went back to Peru, and I think she's there right now. So I'm praying for her safety, but she's teaching herself how to play a ukulele. And then a second person, her name is Whitney. She's a Texan also, and she does a book-centric vlog and reads and critiques and shares her life. Also, it's kind of like a vlog like mine is, not just solely books. And at the end, several times she'll do maybe a cover song, or she'll just do like a little ditty on her ukulele, and by golly, she can sing. She is freaking amazing. And I'm like, okay, they're little. I'm kind of little. Guitar would probably not be really good. I mean, I'm getting arthritis in my fingers, but I think you're supposed to exercise your fingers or whatever when you have arthritis. So start thinking about it, like, maybe that'd be fun. And then, you know, those little demons in your head that come back and say, oh, but you're not musical. You know, you've tried to do this, this, and this and not been able to do it. And I'll cite 2 situations, well, 3. One, saying I'm not musical. This was back when we were growing up. My older sister, Tracy, I used to tag along with her, and we were over at her friend Celia's house, and we were going to have a girl band. Or they were going to have a girl band, and I just kind of inserted myself. And so we were singing to some song, and basically they told me I couldn't be part of it. And I guess you get real honesty from your sister, especially, you know, survival of the fittest. They wanted to have a band, and I wasn't going to make the cut. So that was one indicator I was not musically inclined. The second was Tracy and I, again, were taking piano lessons, and my parents had bought a piano, and Tracy was really good, and I was really not. I don't know if it's I'm heavily right-brained, and I just don't remember how to do the chords or read music and play the piano at the same time, or I can't type very well, or if I think about it, I can't type very well, foreign languages. So I just kind of accepted that as my reality. And back then, this is a long, long time ago when I was growing up, and we lived in Richardson, so the piano teacher probably did not have an influx of students. Like today, there wasn't the internet, probably word of mouth or newspaper ads, and she actually told my mom she was wasting her money on me. So that's another indicator you're not musically inclined. And then another, going back to the day back when I grew up, you younger people or other parts of the country or world aren't going to know what I'm talking about, but when you would go grocery shopping, you would get these S&H green stamps, and there was books that you would lick them like a stamp and plug them in. And then when you got enough books filled, and Lord knows it took enough, I got 2 things. My mom actually let me have 2 items during that time, and one was figure skates, ice skating, and my friend Karen, who is Celeste's mom, we used to go ice skating, and I'm sure Mike was S&H green stamps skates were not of high quality, but I was able to get around the rink and had no talent to speak of, so they were just fine for me. And then the other was, I don't know what got in my head, but I got a ukulele. And I remember it was a little soprano, because I've done a little learning on this. And back then they didn't, you had to tune it by it. My dad had like this guitar thing. He had a guitar and you'd blow in different holes and it would give you the tone and you would tune your ukulele. I could not do that. So right there we're in trouble. And then I've already heard I'm not very good musically at reading chords or playing and reading. And repeatedly, I think back on growing up, I would get these like whims and go get the art, crafts, sewing projects, ukuleles, and I pretty much did it on my own. You know, I'm wondering, you know, my mom never said, hey, come, let me help you, or my dad. It's like I kind of just went in my room and did it. And if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it just didn't get done. So I gave up, and I kind of, at that point, you know, just really accepted this isn't your thing. And, you know, one more example. I can remember 5th grade, we had Spanish bingo. And it was like the fun thing to do probably on a Friday. And if you got bingo, then you got to be the one that called the next round. For the life of me, if I got bingo, I was not going to call bingo because I was not going to get in front of that room and have to speak Spanish. And because it would just freak me out and my brain would just shut down. And I remember, I'm just going on way too much, but in high school, I was in drill team. Junior year, I was an officer in drill team. You'd have to look it up if you're not from Texas, but it's very popular, at least it was back in my day. And as you've heard me say, I was an Apache belt, but the Spanish class was right before pep rally. So I had to always leave early to get ready for the pep rally, and it really made the Spanish teacher angry. And I guess she didn't like me for whatever reason, and for one day, I had to say something. I mean, I don't know what the circumstances were, but this is something that stuck with me today, even today, over 40 years later. In front of the whole classroom, and I think I may have shared this before, but I'm going to be redundant. She screamed at me, "Are you deaf? Are you retarded?" And y'all know I'm a crier. I lost it. I mean, I was horrified. And my mom was pretty passive, but she got her little happy butt up to the counselor's office, and, you know, in today's world, it would have been a much bigger deal. Back then, who knows what happened, but I knew I never wanted to go back to that class, and I had to go. It was horrifying. And it just goes to show, like I said before, you can be a person that spreads love and joy, or you can say some really mean things that stick with somebody for the entire life. So I hope I more side on the building people up and making them feel joy and happy than something that somebody's going to remember that I said that was horrific to them, about them. So anyway, long story to get to here, but so I thought, I want to learn how to play a ukulele. I'm little, it's little, let's do it. So I started doing my research and trying to figure out what Whitney and Celeste were playing. Celeste, I couldn't see the marking on the ukulele. I went back to Whitney's. I took a screen print of her video where she's playing. She's got a lovely voice. She does these covers. She's outstanding. And who knew that ukuleles, you know, when I think about it, I think about Hawaii and Don Ho singing. But they do cover songs. And there's all kinds of YouTube channels for ukulele people. So all over the world. And the one I really like is she's married to somebody in the military and has been living in Japan. I think she's moving back to Maryland. But she teaches elementary school how to play. Anyway, she has some wonderful instructional videos. So, long story short, I ordered not one, but a couple of ukuleles. One has already come, and it is the funnest looking little ukulele you will ever see. And when I first saw it, it was, with the version I saw, was really cheap, and I didn't want a toy. You know, if I'm going to buy something, I want it at least halfway decent, even if I'm a beginner. But this was made by Kala, K-A-L-A, and it's a watermelon. It is the cutest little stinking thing, and it plays well. And you know what they have nowadays? They have electric tuners. These little digital things you clamp on. It reads the vibration, and it helps you tune your guitar or your ukulele. And I'm like, score! That's one problem solved. And there's another thing I ordered that's going to help me learn, and I'll share that once it comes. But it's pretty darn exciting, and I think it's brand new on the market, and it comes out of Houston, which is even bonus, Texan. But the one I ordered, kind of the nice one that came with a bundle, you know, all the extra stuff, came today. Amazon Prime, supposed to come tomorrow, came early. Yay! Opened it up and was quickly trying to see what it would sound like when I was getting a Coke out of the fridge and going back to work. And the first string, which is A, come to find out, I started writing down all these chords and what your fingers numbers are. I'm going to really give it my best. And I think I'll share my journey with y'all. And anyone who wants to join me on this ukulele quest, I would love, it would be so fun to watch Flosstube videos and have everyone at the end maybe do what they're learning. And let's just do it. I can't sing. I may sing. And it doesn't have to be good. It just has to be fun. So, anyway, the A would not get in tune, and, you know, it just got looser and looser, and then you know, I think you're supposed, my dog has fleas, and the fleas would go bloom. It was like a dead string, and these were like carbon strings or something. They weren't like the others that were on the watermelon one. But I thought, you know, this costs too much money to be messing with this. I don't want to be running down tomorrow, Saturday, to get new strings put on this thing that I just purchased. So I thought, enough's enough. I haven't really used it. I'm packing it up, and I don't have, I thought, I can wait, and I have to be here tomorrow, and they pick it up, and, you know, likelihood of me being awake when they come, iffy on a Saturday, if I stayed out on Friday night. But there was an option to go drop it off, and there was one 2 miles from the house. So that baby has been dropped off, and that's how this video started. I was in that parking lot trying out a new gadget for my air vent, did that whole stinking cute video, and you could not hear me. All you could hear sound like I was in a wind tunnel. And anyway, so this is not near as funny or good, but at least I'll get it out there. Hopefully I will come back at you. This was number 12 with number 13, and actually have more stitch related type of content. I have started 2, and guess what came in the mail and what I have ordered, so I can share that with you and what I'm going to start. And it's patriotic, if that gives you any hint. And so anyway, back to work for me. Not too many more hours left in my work day, so woohoo! I think I'm meeting up with some friends. We're gonna go have some beers and hopefully have some fun, and don't know what else I'm gonna do this weekend. Hopefully make it to church, and tomorrow I'm not real sure. Maybe gonna go to a movie. Want to see Ocean's 8. It's supposed to be really good. And then I want to see I think it's the Avengers, the the family of, you know, like superheroes. I think that's really cute. But and then my older sister recommended Boundaries. She thought it was really funny. So she thinks I think it would be funny. So it'd be kind of fun to see what she thinks I would think was funny. Anyway, just wanted to jump in and say hello. I'm still alive in this heat wave. Trying to keep the pugs cool. I'm in a upper level apartment with like almost a loft, open vaulted ceiling. It was getting really hot yesterday, over 110, and by the afternoon, the air conditioner just could not keep up with it. So I ran down to check to see if it had frozen, you know, like iced up or something. And then I noticed that the unit that's under mine, their air conditioner was not on. Their unit is obviously good enough to cool their house off when they get home. Well, mine's not. And then all their hot air is like coming up, and it's impacting I'm like in a sweatbox. Upside, get rid of some toxins. My sister told me that there's some research, or my brother-in-law Jay found research on things that they think will help combat not getting Alzheimer's. And I know I don't say that correctly, but I never will. To me, it'll always be Alzheimer's. And it's to be in a dry sauna 4 times a day or a week for like 10 minutes. And I guess it helps something with open up your brain, the vessels in your brain, and it helps get toxins out. So, hey, I think I need to go back to LA Fitness and go sit in a hot box. But my apartment may be fulfilling that currently. But if you're in the South, please keep cool, drink lots of fluids. One more funny thing since I'm sitting in the car. I think I've told you I've lost close to 30 pounds since end of October, and which I'm thrilled about, right? But the other day I got out in the car, and you know, it's Texas and it's really sunny, and I'm looking at the mirror trying to fix my makeup, because I always end up with mascara like some spot on me. Someone's always trying to fix me, and I don't know if it's my glasses and then it gets on my nose. I'm just a mess, what can I say? But anyway, you think you're looking okay, you get in the car, you look in the mirror, and you think, who is that person? Who is that person with those wrinkles? I had wrinkles here, I had wrinkles here, more wrinkles than I ever remember. And Lord knows I have not been good about skincare. I tell you, I went out and, you know, I hit Walmart all the time. I was on that face care treatment stuff, and I loaded up. My sister was cracking up. She's like, you probably spent $100 on lotions and stuff. I said, I sure did. I said, you know, I looked at that face and I saw the wrinkles. I said, it was a freaking roadmap. And I'm like, I know that face, my dad. That face. I'm like, oh my God. I gotta get on this. I'm thinking maybe some Botox. Any experience? I'm like, maybe some help. So I'm dabbing on all the face cream I can, trying to combat this. But that's the downside of being older and losing 30 pounds is probably, I could consider it significant. I guess your skin just does bounce back. Anyway, downside, but I'll still take it right now. So sorry if I'm looking worse for you on video, but it kind of is what it is. But I will talk to you later. I can see it's been almost 30 minutes. I need to get in and get a Diet Coke and get back to work. So love you guys. Keep cool. If you're in the hot part of the country, have a great weekend. Can't wait to hear all your stories on Flosstube. Please leave me comments. I love them. I've gotten a little bit more increase in subscribers. I have lost some when I put up a new one. I guess some people just don't like me, which, you know, I'm kind of a crybaby. But I have gained some new ones, and maybe I found my tribe. People who like this kind of goofiness. I may be a woman of a certain age, but I'm goofy, and I guess you gotta live large. To me, it's not worth being too serious about. I mean, I'm obviously very serious and I get upset a lot, but I think I have the full spectrum. I get really upset, but I can really have fun. So I'll take that too, if I have a choice. I'm not a beige person. Beige people are those people that you sit with at a family dinner or a holiday, and they probably wear beige, and they just have nothing to talk about because they don't do it. It's like, do you have any interest? You know, everyone has a story, but it's really, you can't get it out of them. And it's like, I don't want to be a beige person. I want to be a full throttle, every color in the book person, every shade in the book, and try to learn all the new things and meet new people. And I love the new friends that I'm meeting on this, on YouTube and having a channel. I just think it's a blast. So hopefully I will be coming to you this weekend. Don't think that my daughters will be joining me, but they are coming soon, and they are a hoot. At least, hey, I think I'm funny. I think they're funny. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. So everyone take care, and bye from Texas, and I'm going to go get a cold drink. Bye.